Right, hello everybody and welcome back. Welcome to this week's video. And well, this week this one has really tried my patience, and I thought it was going to be quite a simple, straightforward restoration, and it didn't turn out to be that way at all. So basically what I started out with was a Mini Cooper, a Corgi Toys Mini Cooper. I'm reading off the box here. It says with the De-Lux Wickerwork, so it's the Wicker Mini Cooper. And when I started doing it, I wasn't going to film it. I was just going to do it, you know, as a restoration on the side. And then I thought, well, I'll film it. And then I started doing it. And when I got a little way through, I thought, well, it's not really enough for one video. So I thought, I've got another Mini there, which is the Morris Mini Minor, and it needed doing. It's one I'd got with a load of other stuff, and I thought, well, I'll start doing that one as well. So I kind of started one and then the other, so I've tried to piece together the video, and then as we get towards the end, I've got them both sort of finishing off together. So anyway, before we go on with that, just like to thank all my subscribers again, and old and new, and thank you everybody for watching my videos and tuning in each week, and thanks for all your comments. As I always say, keep them coming. Okay, so this week's video, well, I've already told you, but it's going to be the Mini Cooper with a De-Lux Wickerwork, and that is number 249. And it's going to be also the Morris Mini Minor, which is number 226, both Corgi toys. So please sit back, relax, and watch the video and see how I got on with this one, and I hope you enjoy it. Right, we'll take a closer look at this one. Somebody's had a good go with the old paintbrush, and well, it looks more like a yard brush. And they painted around the decals, or the stickers. So that's all been painted. The interior is quite nice in that one, so I'm pleased about that. Couldn't quite make out there. It looked as if the axle was bent a bit at the front, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see until we undo it. So yeah, the dual headlights are missing. Well, half of that one's still in, and that one's gone. So yeah, it won't be a bad little car, this one to do. I think it's pretty straightforward again. The interior is nice and clean, so it's just a case of drilling the rivets out in the old Caustic Soda and then repaint. Okay, so next step, we'll drill the rivets out, see what we got. Okay, now for the Mini. There's a little screwdriver. That's it. A little bit more on the front. There. So there. That's it. Well, that's lovely and clean. The old glass isn't bad either. One. Right, I shall leave that piece of light in until it's been in the caustic soda. These are bent over again to stop the suspension coming out. Oh, that one's well bent over. Fraction more. A bit more yet. I don't want to do too much at time because I don't want to bust it. That's it. God. Tell you what, they're blooming strong, those springs on there. Oh. That one's well pinched. It almost looks pinched to the point that it's joined together there. I've got it now. I think so. No, not enough. Not enough. That's enough. That one's not enough. That was enough. Okay, that's it. Well, those are much stronger than normal. Must have been a bit better when they were making those models. Okay. Well, get the tyres off. Tyres are alright actually. I think whoever painted it must have put them on. New ones. Okay. Right. I'll just drill those posts out and then I'll be putting in the caustic soda. Okay. Right, let's take a closer look at this one. Whilst I'm doing the old Wicker Mini Cooper, I had this one as well. It came with some other models. It's got the pillar missing, so I thought I'd do the two minis more or less side by side, so because one mini's not quite enough for one video, I don't think so. I'm going to have a bash at this one as well. So let's take a closer look. It's got the cracked windscreen, so I might have to try and cut that piece out. Trouble is it's cracked up there as well, unfortunately, if you can see. The pillar's missing. Other than that, it's not too bad. It's a shame really, even the tyres are not too bad. I don't know when I go to take them off what they'll be like. They look alright. So, you know, it's a shame it's like that, because the paint isn't really that bad, but if it hadn't had the pillar missing, I wouldn't have bothered doing it. Just recently, most of you will have seen Bob Willis's video where he did 2 little minis, and he drilled out the headlights to put jeweled headlights in there, so I might try and do the same with this one. So there you go, this one's the can't see. Come on now. I think I've got my glasses on, I can't see a blooming thing. Morris Mini Minor. Okay, so right, next step we'll drill out those posts there, rivet posts, or the tops of the rivets, and then get it undone, see what we got. Okay, we'll start off with a small one, a small drill. Do. Right, use the bigger one now. Right, try and get that apart. Okay, that's done it. Cool. Very grubby in there. Interior's a bit knocked out of shape a bit. Yeah. Right, left to go in the poor man's washing machine. That's good, the glasses just drop in there. What a shame that's cracked, eh? See what I can do with that. Okay. It's well loose, these suspension things are well bent. So I'll undo them same as usual. A little bit more on this one. cancel off. I don't, like I say before, I don't worry about these as they're bent up because I just spin them round and then they go the opposite, so it's no big deal. Obviously you don't want to be doing it too often because it will weaken them, but right, that's it. Okie doke, so I'll get all this dropped into the old caustic soda. There's not a lot to it, very few bits, so quite an easy jobby. For this pillar, what I'm probably going to do, what I'm going to try is, I've got some rod. Where have I got some of it? Oh, this bit. I've got some of this brass rod, so I'll flatten it. Whoops. I'll flatten it and then I'll try and make a little mark with a chisel so that I can try and get, you know, this little line, or basically the where the top of the door meets the pillar, there's that little line up, so you've got to try and get that on there. If I just use a split pin I won't be able to get that line. I mean, I might not be able to get it with this, but I'm going to have a go. Okay, right, I'm going to try and drill these headlights out. This one's going a bit all over the shop. It's not easy to do it. Let me pull the camera back up a bit. It's not easy to do it over the camera. I've made a little dent in with the punch. Oh. Okay, so I've drilled those two bits. Now I will do the bigger drill off camera because I can't lean over. I had a job to see what I was doing with that little drill bit. So I'm going to do the big one. I'll do it off camera and then I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so I've drilled a little bit out at a time, you can see, and I've kept trying to drill the headlight until they fit, so there's one in there now, just trying it there, see, pull it out, so it fits okay in both, so that is definitely now the next step, caustic soda. Okay, right, I've just put the boiling water in, so here's the model, and some caustic soda. Okay, here goes. Probably enough. Hopefully it'll be enough. My brushes. Starting to get a bit of a blue tinge into the water now. It's coming off the base. Right, this start to lift. Starting to come off. Yeah, lovely. Okay, I'll leave it in there a little bit and then we'll come back to it when it's all done. I'll clean it up with the old wire wheel and then we'll see it when it's all polished up ready for priming. Okey-doke, so got the old mini, the Wicker mini, so in it goes. The caustic soda. Leave that boil away with the other bits and pieces. Okay, there's our little Mini Cooper. Come out not too bad. There's a little bit of pitting on the base there, which I can't do much about, so it's as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid. Yeah, so that's all ready for the primer. So I'm going to go and prime that now. I'll use a bit of Etching Primer to start with and then put some ordinary primer on before the colours. Okay, catch you in a bit. Right, so I've flattened a piece of this copper pipe. It's not that great, but I'm going to put it in with super glue now and baking soda and then try and shape it a bit better than what it is there. So I'll go from the inside, put a bit of glue in. Bit on there. A bit more on there. Right, what I'll do, I'll shape it with my little tiny files. So, okay, I'm going to go and do that off camera. There, that's it done. I hope it'll be alright. It's not 100%, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to go and prime that now. Right, so it's been 3 or 4 days now. So I've been doing other projects as well, plus I've been busy at work doing overtime. So I need to mask off now to do the roof, so I'm going to do that. Now, can I see without my glasses? Not really. So I want to get it along that line, just under like what would be the gutter on a real car. So, I'll cut that. Do the same along the other side. I've just spilt a whole pot of super glue down my trousers, and I stuck all my hands together and even my handkerchief was stuck in the pocket of my trousers. So I've ruined a pair of trousers this morning. Lucky it's an old pair. Anyway, I'll keep them just for when I'm doing this in case I spill another load down. So I've done a Bob Willis tsunami. That's the only drawback about taking the spout off the super glue pot, to use the special glue applicator. That's my fault for being careless. What I should do, I think, is leave the nozzle on and then put some super glue onto some lid or something, and then get it off with a stick. I know it might waste a bit, but not as much as me dropping it all over my bloody trousers. That's for sure. Right, well, I'm totally out of lacquer now, and I've sent for some online, and it says it's been dispatched. So normally I've had trouble getting paint and stuff like that in rattle cans from England, because they don't normally send it by post to Jersey. But this time I thought, well, I'll have a go, and it's been sent, so I'm waiting on that now. So I haven't really done a lot of models this week. I've just, done a lot of cleaning and of models and stuff like that, rather than the actual painting. I've been after a Holmes wrecker for quite a while, and then Bob Willis has done a video of one, this week's video of his, and or last week's video I should say. He's done the minis this week, and I've actually managed to get one on eBay, and I was watching another one because I do need a donor truck because there's some bits missing, and there was one that was going cheaper than if I'd bought the reproduction pot, so I thought, well, that's alright, because I'll have the other bits and pieces as well. And I was watching it last night on eBay, and I was going to bid on it, but at the last minute, like I usually do, and I was doing one of my models two-tone, and it went a bit of a disaster, and I was trying to sort that out, and I knew I had 20 minutes left on this bloody listing, and do you think I remembered? I forgot, didn't I? I totally forgot, because I was engrossed in this ruddy model. So I missed it, and it went cheap as well, so I'm really annoyed with myself. So I'm watching a couple of others at the moment, so I mustn't forget those. Right. what I might do now is put cling film around the rest of that, less chance of the paint coming off. So I'm just going to go and pinch a bit of my missus' cling film. She's outside sitting in the sun, so while she's out there I'll go and pinch some cling film. I won't get in trouble then, hopefully. Right, okay, I've pinched a bit. Trouble is, I find by the time you get back to, or by the time I get back to the shed with it, it's all bloody stuck together, so. There. I will seal that off with a bit more tape. Shovel that up under there. So I'll put a bit more tape, I'll put a slightly thicker one around there now. Hopefully that's covered it. We'll soon find out. Right. Okay, I'm going to risk doing it like that because there should be a little bit of black going across there under the red. Same at the front. The red doesn't seem to go all the way around, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to go out and spray that now and see what happens. Okay, well, I'll catch you in a minute when we take the tape off. It'll be in a little while for me, but it'll be in a couple of seconds for you. Right, okay, here goes. Take it off the stick. Oh, I can't get the paper unstuck from my fingers. Well, that's knackered that. So that's ruined. So I've got to do that all over again now. Oh, for God's sake. Should have stuck the tape to the bonnet instead. The bloody cling film, where the paint has gone on it, it's stuck it to the black on this Mini. Look at that. I used a different paint, so it's obviously had an effect. It's ruined the whole thing. Shame really, because the roof come out nice. Right, so what I managed to do, I managed to sand down the black part of the body with really fine wet and dry sandpaper, and I managed to smooth it all off enough, and I gave it another, well, I masked off the roof again and then I managed to give it another coat of black gloss, but I used a different one this time. I used the other one that I've got, which is the acrylic again. But it has got little kind of metallic flecks in it, which is the reason why I didn't use it in the first place. But anyway, that seemed to work, so I got away with it like that. So I didn't have to strip the whole lot down again. And then once that was dry, I give it a coat of lacquer, and it came up okay. Okay, so I got away with that one. Right, we'll carry on. Right, I'll try and do the detailing on here. Hard to get it in all the little grills. Okay, so this windscreen, like I said before, is cracked across there and across there. So I've got this windscreen unit off of, I don't even know where it comes off, but it's got a slight crack in there, but I think not too bad. I might be able to use it. It's even got the rear view mirror in there, so I'm going to try and cut a piece out of that. Okay, so I've pinched my missus's candle to heat up my knife, like Bob Willis showed us, and I'm going to have a bash at cutting this out. I'll probably cock it all up, but Let's see, hang on, I need to put on my glasses. Getting very sooty, eh? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to keep plugging away to it like this, and then let's see how it goes. Okay, so I've got this 5 second fix stuff. I've never used it before, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So anyway, we'll have a go. Put the blooming glasses on. Oh shit. Nothing come out and then it pissed out. We put the blooming lid back on. Right. This is bloody easier said than done, isn't it? Ah. You definitely need more than one hand with this. I don't know if I got this in the right place here, so I'm going to just have to try it. Right. I'm guessing it takes longer than 5 seconds. What? It's bloody gone hard. I didn't think it had gone hard. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Okay, so now I need to cut another piece out for the side window. Right, okay, so I'm going to try and cut a piece out for that. There's all the bits there I cut out. All the bits from the old windscreen and that. Knackered me knife, look at all the ends bent now. Doesn't matter, I've got plenty more blades. Okay. Right, so after a lot of filing and mucking around, I've got it to the right shape for the car. So now, you know, it's all scratched, the plastic is all scratched and everything, so I'm going to try and clean it up, you know, with a buffer, and then polish it with the other stuff, the lamp doctor stuff, and we'll see how we can bring it up. If it turns out a load of shit, then I'll put it in for now, and then I'll order a new one, but we'll see. It's more, this is more of an experiment to see how it turns out. I wanted to try this after seeing Bob Willis's video. So we'll see how it turns out. Yes, I haven't got 100% straight there, it's a bit on the piss really, but it doesn't look too bad inside the car. So, okay, I'm going to do that now and see what happens. Well, I polished it, and really it's not come out too bad. I got a few blemishes there because I put some glue on the inside, and it kind of spread a little bit, so that kind of spoilt it. But other than that, it didn't work out too bad considering I put a piece in there and a windscreen in. Then we'll see when we put it in. I tried it in the casting just now and it looks alright actually. Doesn't look bad. About 10 times better than what it did before anyway. That's cool. Pleased with that. And you learn through your, you know, experience of doing it. I know what to watch for next time. But for first attempt, I'm quite happy with that. Okie doke. Now I've got these dual lights to put back in. Now in both cars, both minis. I'm not going to use super glue this time because some of the other models I did, a couple of the other models I glued them in, they were fine. They you know, I took the pictures and everything, they were fine, I put them in the cabinet. And now going back to them looking, after a few weeks or a week or so, one of them, the model I've just done a week or so, and they've gone all dull, and well, it must be the super glue, so I'm going to try and put epoxy in these, a little bit of epoxy in, and try that. Yeah, that's a bit, you know, I know it clouds the windscreens, but I didn't think it would cloud through the dual headlights using super glue. So I'm a little bit pissed off with those models that I've done. Anyway, we'll try the epoxy with these. Right, so I've mixed a little bit of epoxy here. So I'll try and stick these in. trouble is it makes stringy bits in the stringy bits that goes everywhere. Shit, look. There's one stuck to the bonnet now, bollocks. Go away. Go away, stringy bits. Yeah. Right. Now I've got to try and drop these in the right way. Those bloody stringy bits. It's like spiders' webs. Right. That pucker's not going in straight. Come on. Yeah. Still not 100%. Oh look, I just knocked the orange paint off the indicator. It's come right off. I'll have to touch that up again. Right. It's just not quite sitting right, that one. Damn epoxy's going off already. That's not bad, that left to do. Right. Okay, so I've got these stickers to put on. That way around. You might use the tweezers maybe. Right, well they don't quite match up. The stickers on this side, there's like you can see on the door. But if I move it that way, then it won't fit this side. So they're not very good fit really. But anyway, that's what we got. That's what we're going to use. Maybe I should have trimmed them a bit. Not very easy to get in the right place, especially over these back wheel arches. See, that's not far forward enough, and yet it is, if you know what I mean. Not right. The way they're cut out doesn't really match the... See, that's cockeyed, but that's around the wheel arch. It'll have to do. At least they're uniformly wonky. Right. Not that great. Mind you, haven't said that. All the models I've seen weren't that great either. Right, now with these headlights I had a bit of a catastrophe again. What happened, I was putting them back in, the original ones, well, the original metal bits that these fit into, and I dropped one on the floor, and I've hunted high and low as an hour on my hands and knees. I pulled everything out, I can't find it anywhere. So in the end I've had to get some slightly bigger jewelled headlights, so they're really a bit big I suppose. They don't look too bad, and I've had to cheat and heraldite them into the holes, unfortunately. So that is another cock up I've done with this car. It's been one cock up from start to finish, this one. It was going to be a quick simple restoration, and it's gone on, and it's just been one thing after another. This one's been alright, this has gone okay, this one. Yeah. Okay. Right, so get all the bits together on these two, and then it's assembly time. Probably stickers are more difficult to put on than the water slide tron. Right, okay, here we go. Which one first? Do the wicker one, eh? Okay. The interior's a bit out of shape. It's misshapen, to say the least. So if it all stays in place. Should do. Give her a good shake. Right, okay. I've got me thingamia glue. Put that up there. Got me glue stick. Not getting much glue on my stick. Getting it on me, but not much on my stick. That's because I cleaned the end of it. What I might do. Might be the best way, put a bit on the rivet. Spin it round. The base of this didn't come up that great because there was quite a bit of pitting on it. Corrosion. Never mind. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so that's that one. Right, now my repaired window unit. Not so good. Not so good. Okay. I need some more glue on here. That's better. Put that one in the back. This one, yeah, go in the front. Alright. Looking good. Right. Yep. My window looks a bit shit because it's slightly too small, but very slightly. I've took a fraction too much off. I think my pillar I made might have been a bit fractionally too wide as well when you compare it with this one, but not bad on the whole. Not too bad. I'm relatively pleased. Right. Okey-doke. Right, okay, so at last that's it, job done. I've really had enough of this mini. Yeah, so I've made a box for this Wicker Mini. I've got to make a box for this one, but I'm using my laptop at the moment while I'm saving a video onto a memory stick that I've done, so when that's finished I'll go and make another box for this little mini here. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, push the like button, and we'll see you again next week for another video. So until then, take care, all the best, and we'll see you then. Ta-ra for now. Bye.